Hi guys and gals, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel. We're asked from time to time, or requested if you will, or told, in other words by clients, that they are looking to immigrate specifically to certain areas of Canada. To Toronto, to Vancouver, to any other metropolitan area, to any other place in Canada, you name it, doesn't really matter. So does it make any sense to plan your immigration from that standpoint and how to understand it carefully? So this video is about two sides of the story, if you will, whether or not it does actually make sense to move to large metropolitan areas and whether or not it makes sense to plan your immigration from this standpoint. Let me just comment on the latest one, right, on immigration. So when we're talking about immigration, considering the number of regional, territorial, federal pilots, considering the number of provincial nominee programs, and of course considering the high score in express entry system, it does not necessarily mean that you will be able to immigrate to Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, you name it, if you do not have enough points to pass successfully through express entry. Which means that you will have to look at all of the pilots, all of the programs, all of the provincial and territorial streams available there, at the municipal pilots, at provincial pilots, and so on and so on. So whichever is on the table. If needed, go back to our previous videos where we were commenting on the matter of how you could move from the province or territory which sponsored you. Commented on the fact that with accordance to Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, any permanent resident of Canada is free to settle and move anywhere he or she wants across Canada, despite the fact that you may have these moral obligations towards one or another province or community. So in other words, if you're looking to settle somewhere in Canada, not necessarily you should be immigrating to that place, right? Let me just be a little bit extreme here. Yukon has its own ideas on the immigration pilot. And if there is a chance for you to immigrate to Yukon, well, you don't have to cancel this opportunity or deny it, right? You gotta go, you have to enter Yukon, but if you don't like there, you could move there out of there next day, literally, okay? Now, and second part of the story is whether or not it actually makes sense to go to large metropolitan areas, because many immigrants are looking to come in, and it's quite understandable. Many businesses, right? Lots of job opportunities, vibrant life. But with that comes the flip coin, right? The other side of it. And here we go with the cost of living. Here we go with insurance, car insurance costs, with the cost of accommodating younger ones, right? With the cost of speeding tickets, and so on and so on and so on, right? I mean, you could just continue on with the list of those pros and cons. And if you're looking to get yourself a job in a high-tech sector, yeah, feel free to go to Toronto and Vancouver, right? Make sure that you understand these pros and cons well in advance, right? We were discussing them in previous videos, how to actually analyze it, how to do this analytics. If you're looking to understand which place, which territory, which province of Canada would be the best for you with your specific occupation, with your set of skills, how to look into this, right? How to project your monthly, yearly income, and what to target with respect to going to one or another place. Because not necessarily as an individual contractor, for example, as an electrician, you would be more successful in Toronto than in Nova Scotia. In fact, you probably would be more successful in Atlantic rather than in Greater Toronto area. Why? Well, again, job prospects, number of available specialists, and so on and so on. So just do this analytics. If needed, look at our previous videos when we were explaining those, right? And again, remember, when it comes to immigration, despite of whether you want to go to Toronto or Vancouver, right, you have to grasp any opportunity there on the table. 2020 has just opens its doors to prospective immigrants for Canada. And as of now, Canada has the number of provincial and territorial programs much exceeding and breaking records, in fact, compared to previous years with respect to number of those streams, opportunities, and so on and so on. And there are more to come next. So this is your chance, this is your golden opportunity, if you will. If you would like us to discuss it face to face and choose which one works best for you, feel free to drop us a line and we'll be glad to discuss it face to face with you.